Thousands are expected to picket outside the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria. This is as the succession battle at the International Pentecostal Holiness Church continues. The church has been rocked by leadership battles since the passing of its leader, Clayton Modise. eNCA senior reporter is following the story for us. That's Silindelo Masikane, and she joins us with the very latest. Good morning, Silindelo. So the long-running succession battle continues. It's day 2 in court today. What are we expecting?
Well, essentially what we're expecting, Fundo, is that there is going to be an appeal that is going to be lodged by two of the Modise brothers who are finding issue with a judgment that was made yesterday in terms of an application that they had made based on a technicality. That application was based on the fact that the judge who is going to preside over this trial, that is Judge Portia Patlane, she was actually the case manager prior to the commencement or the start of this trial, or before the date was set. And according to some regulations, it seems as though that the parties involved in this matter were supposed to sign off or have something written down consenting that all parties agree that the judge who was the case manager can actually preside over the trial. And so there was some confusion around the fact that, is this a recusal application? And the lawyers for Tsepiso and Frederick Modise were saying that no, this is not a recusal application. It's just a matter of us raising an issue in terms of what is supposed to happen before a trial commences. And they're saying that nothing is written down that says all parties agree that the case manager of this matter would also preside over the trial. So what we were expecting at 10 a.m. this morning were for court proceedings to resume with that appeal application. But as you can see behind me, Tammy will show you that we've got clerks of the court, we've got the members of the public, we've also got advocates and lawyers who are still actually awaiting to go inside the court, because we do seem to have a power or an electricity issue within the North Gauteng High Court. On the street itself, the robots are working, but it seems that there's some technical difficulties in terms of power supply inside the courtroom, and so courthouse rather. And so we're all still actually just waiting outside, waiting to be told when exactly we'll be allowed inside. So of course that's going to delay proceedings for today. And of course we were expecting that we would see perhaps a number of congregants, in particular from the Jerusalem IPHC faction of this particular matter. We know that the three brothers have split up, and they're all leading their own congregations, but security has been heightened around the courthouse. Mfundo, you can see we've got at least 3 police vehicles and some police officers who are just anticipating any kind of crowd that may gather outside. Yesterday, this entire street, Madiba Street, was cordoned off. In fact, the courthouse precinct had been shut down because there were literally thousands of members of the Jerusalem faction of this particular church. We know that this is a battle that dates back about 7 years. Clayton Modise, who had inherited the church from his own father, died or passed away in 2016, and so that is when the succession leadership battle ensued, where we have these 3 brothers all contending that they're the rightful heirs. And we know that the estate of Clayton Modise sits at around 400 million rand. So there's a lot at stake here, and it does seem as though, in terms of Michael Sandlana's lawyers, according to him, he believes that the 2 brothers at this stage are trying to stall proceedings and not have the trial actually start. But it is set down for 3 weeks, so at this point we're just anticipating to see when exactly court proceedings will resume this morning.